Why? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. It's the one question that you're not asking often enough. I guarantee it. If you own a business or if you're an executive that's in charge of making decisions in your business, you're not asking the question why enough. I'm going to give you a perfect example of why you're not asking why and why you should be asking why. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, if you have kids or if you remember being a kid, you remember getting to that point to where you're starting to question things, right? It's like it's bedtime. Why do we have to go to bed and you get to stay up? What's the answer from the parent? What did they tell you? Because we said so. Because we said so. Because us. Because we're the boss and you're not. That's what it ends up coming down to eventually. Some parents that we all try and take our time. I've got kids. I got 3 kids. We all try and take our time and answer the questions. But after a while, there just has to be an end to it, and it's like we're the rule maker. This is the rule, and that's it. There can't be any debate about this. This is just because. If you're a business owner, you've probably had the same questions from your employees, from your partners. You've decided to move forward doing a certain tactic. We're going to start doing video ads on Facebook, right? And what do they ask? They say, why? Why are we doing that? If you don't have anyone asking you why, it's especially important why you should be asking yourself why. Because what do we say back to them when they say that? Because I'm the boss. Because I say so. What is that? What is that in us? And I'm not saying just for your kid. You do it for your kids, there's a reason. But why would we say it to ourselves? Why would we say it when it comes to our business? It comes down to one reason why. It's ego. It's ego. We think that because we came up with it, that it came out of our mind, that it's coming out of our mouth, that somehow that makes it special. And I'm here to tell you, it usually isn't. It's usually not special. Just because you decided to do it doesn't mean you have a good reason. And the reason why we don't question ourselves or allow ourselves to be questioned is because of ego. We think that we are the beginning of something, and we're not. We're just plain not. It's not that you can't have a hunch and go on something, but you've got to be willing to admit to yourself that this can go completely sideways. I don't know. This just feels like the right way to go. Admit to yourself when it's just a feeling. And be willing to deal with the consequences of that. The problem is that most of us, what we end up doing, is we end up starting in that direction. And we say, this is going to be it. It's gonna happen. This is I'm doing it because something tells me to do it. And we're not willing to admit that there can always be a fly in the ointment. There can always be something that's just not going to function. Allow yourself to step back and consider a why. Allow yourself to be challenged by your employees, by your contractors, by your partners. Allow them to challenge you. And instead of being fully invested in an idea before it's fully fleshed out, let them challenge you and start thinking of, allow some logic in there. There's no reason not to have a little bit of reason, not to have a little bit of logic. If your idea is truly quality, it should hold up to that. There's no reason why it has to be the opposite, that a good idea has to be illogical. Why do we think it has to be? Why do we think it can't stand up to it? No reason. The reason is ego. Our egos keep getting in the way. So learn to step back. Give yourself a chance to step back a little bit and let a little bit of reason in and let a little bit of logic in and test it out. It doesn't mean that that logic's going to be perfect. What it means is you're looking at something more in a three-dimensional manner versus just going at it because I thought of it and it's time to do it. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If these type of ideas make sense to you, watch a couple more videos, listen to a few more of what we're putting out here, because I think you'll start to see a philosophy that is very, very, very uncommon in most people's business. And if you enjoy it and you'd like to be able to talk to me about your business, go check out brianjpombo.com/Amazon. That specifically is called the Amazon Proof Strategy Session, and it is for business owners who are looking to overcome competitive forces in their industry. If that's you, go see if you qualify for an Amazon Proof Strategy Session over at brianjpombo.com/Amazon. Go there now while it's still available. That link is in the description. Go click on it. Okay? You have a great night. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.